barges, guilty of assorted compliments and charges. Like the one-eyed cyclist who never wears any socks, he covers his mouth with his hand when he talks. His name is Rene, they say he's a communist. There's something about his demeanor that's ominous. Gort with his card tricks escaped from the row. His mouth is always in the shape of an O. His brother is locked up and he awaits his release. He talks about politics and hates the police. Linda doesn't have long to live. Probably she's wicked and used to read palms for a hobby. She came to visit one night and just sat there and laughed the whole time, her clothes covered in cat hair. Aubrey wears 2 watches at once and a bow tie. He's missing a thumb and nobody knows why. He's not the best ventriloquist in the world, but he wants to be. He's an excellent dancer and smokes reefer constantly. Big fat Nigel works as a florist. He's openly gay and he looks like a tourist. He's very polite with a good sense of humor. He's heir to a fortune, or at least that's the rumor. Washed up and wounded, we are the recycled, earthy, thirsty, sleazy, and seaworthy. Of the trees, the tramps drink and they daydream. They use the fountain to stay clean. They're not as bad as they may seem. Each day they reenact the ritual of abandon. They sit there and serenade people at random. As the thought of a job in a bedroom refrigerates, they drift on alcoholic wings and figure eights. Wine and water, regarded as stupid weirdos. More wine and water, they feel like superheroes. One once was a boxer whose ego remains bandaged. He once took a beating that left him with brain damage. One plays a horn and was born with a wooden leg. He plays on some days cause he feels that he shouldn't beg. One worked in the factory before it closed down. He's fine if there's plenty of wine to go round. Sunken and drunken, frustrated and lonely. These people don't die, they evaporate slowly. No matter how desperate, no matter how lawless, they rely on the river for some kind of solace. It sings to them softly and lulls them to sleep heavily. It's soothing and every bit heavenly. Each morning before they get into the booze, as they say, they usually give me the news of the day. And if it were up to them, to shout the decision and Aurora Borealis and all